Welcome to another episode of the Best of What's Around. I'm Patrick Houston, and on this show I like to talk about interesting ideas and creative concepts, and hopefully you're like-minded. So, before I start, I apologize for the lighting. I am in my used car that I bought. I bought a 99 Camry, and I'll tell you about that later. But I wanted to go ahead and make a post today because it is the New Year's, and this really has nothing to do with the New Year's resolution. It's just one of those posts that I wanted to talk about, and it's called Today's Resolution. So something I started doing, I forgot what quote. I think it was a matter of fact, I think it was a Warren Buffett, but he was basically talking about, they asked him about New Year's resolutions. He was like, well, if it's in your capacity to change it today, then just change it today. So, I've always been kind of a proponent of that. Like I've never been afraid to make a radical change for, the betterment of me. It's just one of those things I've always done. I just haven't done it in a while, and I just started doing it, around this time last year. So, for example, like for me to get this job in the first place for TDN, I was asked to move to Pittsburgh at 23 years old. So those kind of radical changes. So getting into today's resolution, so it being January 1st, I do something that I have been doing for a couple of years now, and I got it from this YouTuber called Debt Free Dana. Great lady, lives in the Philadelphia area, and I follow her, and I pretty much look at all of her episodes. And she has this thing called No Spend January. And that's basically where you do everything in your power, of course, besides groceries or anything that's extreme, I need this emergency. You try as hard as you can not to spend any money. So for me, I'm a field technician. It's late. I go around to a billion different places, and I got to go fix coin stuff and currency stuff. And, in between sites, Dunkin' Donuts and Taco Bells exist. So things got to happen sometimes because I forget to bring my lunch. So that can't happen in No Spend January. Lunch must be packed every day. So I have to go grab some lunch meat or whatever, and we'll rock out like that. So that's my little tidbit for you guys today is No Spend January. Try your hardest not to spend any money. Let's just say the average person spends $10 a day on food. Times that by 5, that's $50. Times that by 4 weeks in a month. It's $200 a month that you can have, or you can use to something else, reallocate it to something else. So that's my tidbit for that. So on to this car, and plus a couple of announcements. So my newest business venture is basically a more streamlined, repeated version of something that I've done before, and that's the rental car market. So what I did was, but instead this time I'm not going to rent out the used car because I just feel like that's too dangerous. If I'm going to put my life on the line and no one else's. I had a 2000 Dodge Grand Caravan last year that I, by accident, just rented it out to friends who needed it, and it ended up being like one of my most lucrative businesses. So what I'm going to do this time is, instead of putting the auction car up for rental, I'm going to use my 2017 Dodge Grand Caravan. Everybody needs a van. The seats fold into the floor. You need to haul some drywall. Got you. So I'm going to put that up on Turo for about $55 a day, and that should be a pretty lucrative venture. Even if it gets rented 4 times a month, I'm still looking at roughly a $400 a month payday. So looking forward to that. So for that, I bought a 1999 Toyota Camry. I mean, literally, I just went on the internet and randomly picked I pick a car. When I go on the internet, I pick a car that has that runs and drives, of course. But that's all you get. So I spent about $900 for this car on auction, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, it was pissing everything. It had a bad transmission fluid leak. It had a bad oil leak. I got the oil. I mean, I got the transmission leak done. It needed brakes. I did the brakes. And the oil leak is not as bad. It was losing like a quarter day, and now it's probably the bottom is still moist. So I got to go find out where it is. So that's what I'm in right now. That's why the light's not in front; it's in back. Now today is January 1st, and I just put this car on my insurance, so I'm putting it through its test run, and this is what I'm talking about. Take a look at this. So far, if you can see that, I've put 328 miles today on this car. That's my job. So, this car is going to get put through its paces. And by the way, no engine lights, no check engine lights whatsoever. But so that's what's going to happen with this car. It's going to get beat up pretty badly. So I kind of wish I bought maybe something a little bit newer, something with a little bit less miles. I hope this old car can hold up for a year. If it can't, I'll just fix what needs to be fixed, and I'll short sell it. I'm known to do that. Whatever. So if I don't like it, if you need a Toyota Camry for about $2,000 that's got new brakes and a new valve cover gasket and a new transmission gasket, and I'll sell it to you. The tires are good. It's good. I had a friend of mine that he has a little bit better car that I might be interested in. So anyway, it's a business venture. This is what happens. You have to spend money to make the money. So even if this is a loss, it's just a oops, my bad. I'll have to chuck it. So announcements. Met a couple over the Christmas holiday, over my vacation, and he showed me a lot about film and videography and stuff like that, and like the little gyroscope stabilization sort of flashlight thing that I can use to make better YouTube videos. I'm really, really interested in that. And also he gave me some video editing software to download, and I have to get that, but my job is my job, and he just gave it to me. I think it was maybe yesterday, actually, or the day before yesterday, so I haven't gotten a chance to crack it open. And it's 7:47 right now, and I'm just getting home from work out of a 329 mile day driven. So I get my butt kicked. So I'm planning to look at that tonight when I can finally sit down and relax. Got to check on my son. He's sick. And that's it. So again, to wrap this up, thank you very much, Paulette and Greg. Big shout out to you guys. You guys are awesome. Hope to hang out with you some more. And that's about it. Until next time, don't spend no money.